Alright, what's going on, guys? It is your boy TKD, once a year back in PlayStation Source, and of course, we have all been playing Ghost of Tsushima. It's been a great time for me personally. Been grinding out some side stuff off stream, but of course, we will continue the stream series tonight as we keep it going with Act 2. But going on from that, of course, Sucker Punch, their last full-fledged game, excluding Infamous First Light, was back in 2014 with Infamous Second Son. And although Ghost of Tsushima is such a polished, beautiful game, it's not like they took the entire time from Second Son back in 2014 to 2020 to develop Ghost of Tsushima. There was now, as came to light this morning, a canceled project by Sucker Punch. And so I'm going to give you guys some of the details about that leaked game. So of course, in an effort to not get striked or anything, I will not be showing this game over here because of course that would get my channel clapped, obviously. But I will provide links down below in the description, primarily the Pushcore article that I saw this from that has found a link that seems to be still stable. But guys, once again, this is stuff that is not supposed to be out there in the wild. So of course, it might not even be there by the time you guys click that link below. But hey, just try it out. We'll see. But the game was called Prophecy, right? And so it was supposed to be this game, this open world game seemingly, that takes place in medieval times with your enemies having knight armor and stuff like that. And we focus on this main protagonist that seems to be some sort of thief, I believe, and he's trying to stop this, medieval-esque type of, entity of like a band of people that wear medieval knights and stuff like that. And they are trying to uncover the quote-unquote secrets that are below the city that our main protagonist is trying to stop them from doing so. And so it's in this like very gray brown, like very gray brown scale type of environment and type of art aesthetic to the actual city that to me is very similar to like a Bloodborne. If you've ever played that game, like it's very similar in that vein. And due to its parkour style and its way that our main protagonist is moving throughout the world in terms of being able to jump really high and do all that crazy stuff that Sucker Punch games are really well renowned for, it kind of looks also like Assassin's Creed. So it's almost like, think of like a Bloodborne type of aesthetic with an Assassin's Creed type of flair to it. Like it honestly seems like that's what they were going for with this game. But there's also a lot of Infamous in this game and a lot of Ghost of Tsushima as well. Of course, you would imagine Ghost of Tsushima was in this game because this was the game that was canceled before they decided on Ghost of Tsushima. But there is a lot of, I think, Infamous as well, because there's this element where our character is able to manipulate like rocks and use fire with them to be able to create explosions and like mini bombs and stuff like that we see throughout the entire gameplay. But he's also able to have this like fire dust that when he puts it on iron and like I believe any type of metal, because he even does this to a knight's armor, it tends to evaporate or disintegrate or whatever you want to call it, but it tends to like burn away, and it's really cool aesthetic to it. And it really does seem like that is definitely in the realm of Infamous. Like it does look kind of like Delston's smoke power from Second Son. It's very similar in that vein, very cool looking too. And like I think this was going to be definitely the way that it would set itself apart, because honestly at the end of the day I do feel that this would have been probably the bad choice. Like I assume that maybe there was more to this that they were going to flesh out, and obviously we've only seen 10 minutes of this game Prophecy. Like we have no idea what it was going to blow up into. And maybe my thought, what like I would love so much, is that this would have been some sort of like prequel to Infamous in some way, like some sort of a way that like, hey, there were conduits back in the day, back in medieval times. Like that would have been kind of dope if they went that route and explored that lore. But I think the biggest thing I would say was that this game just feels and looks very generic. Like it looks like a Bloodborne, Assassin's Creed, almost Order 1886 as well in its type of aesthetic too, that I feel like it would have been very much like, okay, like this isn't the most interesting thing. But I feel that the route they went with having the of course vibrant colors of Ghost of Tsushima, the whole tone of Ghost of Tsushima, I think was a great direction to go and pivot to from Prophecy. But it's still pretty cool to see this, guys. I love seeing different games and projects that studios were working on but just didn't really come to fruition, whether it be for good reasons or bad reasons. I personally feel that overall seemingly we probably got the better end with Ghost of Tsushima. But let me know what you say in the comments below. If you guys watched the leaked footage, let me know your thoughts down below. Of course I can't show it here, apologies, but links are down below in the description, and Google Google is your friend. But hey, after you find that link for Prophecy, make sure to hit up our description where you can find our Twitter, as well as our Discord server and our Anchor link to listen to our long-form content and podcast format. That, of course, being Road to Ghost of Tsushima, which first impressions did go up this weekend. Make sure to go check out that if you guys missed it. Like if you enjoyed it, as well as hit subscribe to PlayStation Store to keep up with the latest and greatest in PlayStation. Also down below, you can hit that join button, become a Prince or King tier member, and support the channel and support me, because once again, I do hate my day job. And thank y'all for watching, and make sure to go check out our Ghost of Tsushima streams. Those are still going on, and we will continue tonight with Act 2. Thank y'all for watching, and as always, greatness awaits.